Yes. All right.
There's not a lot of changes on the residential side. Camden Park, they're still building 4 and 5. Same way Emerald Ridge, they're still building 4. Shallow Creek is still in phase 2, sector 4. Cosmo's still building 3. Haven't heard anything as far as still crossing the road, so that's still on hold, I assume. Aberdeen's still in phase 1, and you've got phase 1B for approval tonight. Timberline, they're still building houses in phase 6, and you've got phase 7A for final plat tonight. Seth Gardens, everything looks like it's still going pretty good over there. They just put their turn lanes in last week, so that's humming right along. Mill Point, they're getting pretty close. Roger said that they may have final plat next month for that first phase, so I would assume that not next month, and maybe the next. Depending on weather, which it's rained every day this summer, so. George Roy Apartments, those plans have been approved, so it's just a matter of time before they start.
They've already started removing trees.
They've already started clearing. In Saratoga, they're, I don't know if any of y'all been down through there, they built a bunch of townhouses, kind of finishing out that old neighborhood.
So,
Yeah. So they built on that straightaway to cul-de-sac. They finished all that, and then I believe they're also going to do the side of the road as soon as you turn into that townhouse section. They're going to finish those out too.
Kevin, do you know how many apartments are on North Portsmouth Road?
I was on the south top of my head, I don't know.
60 is what I had,
360.
somewhere 360, over a little over 360 when they finished.
Is that the whole
both
complex?
phases.
I was going to say that's the whole complex. Yeah. They're going to do it in 2 phases. All right. Commercial, there's a few changes on it. Comfort Inn, they're still clearing off over there. I think Roger said that they've got some sewer and some storm put in. Holiday Inn Express, they seem to be going pretty good. 42 and 70, that convenience store, probably not far from being finished.
We still haven't done in-ground inspections yet.
Oh, you got that in Instagram, okay. Homes 2 Suites, they were still shooting for the end of July. I mean, that's only a couple weeks away, so I don't know what they've got as far as inside done, or needed to be done. Gray's Auto on Highway 31, that's what some of y'all might have noticed beside Express Oil Change, they're clearing off over there. That's going to be Gray's Automotive. It'll be just a minor automotive repair place. Right.
Next to photos, the old photos.
Next to Motors. That pediatric dentist office is still going. I don't know what's taking them so long, but it's still going. And also before AC Leg, if you're headed out towards the interstate, y'all probably seen clearing over there. That's going to be a indoor and outdoor, or I say outdoor, air conditioned and non-air conditioned storage facility. They'll have both. So. And Dollar General on Highway 22 in George Roy, those plans have been approved. You'll probably see work being done on there pretty soon. Highway 25 and 42 convenience store, those site plans have been approved, so you'll probably see construction begin over there pretty soon. And the Dollar General on Highway 25, I believe they're still waiting on some HALDOT stuff. And that's it.
Is the Dollar General going to be on Highway 22?
The corner 22 and 22 and George Roy.
Yeah, the entrance to it would be on Highway 22. It'll share the entrance road with the new,
So about with the
No, it'll be on the, George Royce.
Yeah,
on
George, I
Royce.
said
So it's
22.
in front of that big warehouse building?
Yeah, he's gonna share the entrance with
With
them.
those lots that are in front of it.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be the first lot, once more.
Okay. Well, do you want to go over the, Evans Auto? Like,
Is that?
the conditional use?
Oh, no, it's different, it's a different project. Evans Auto is on 31. So
Yeah, right, yeah,
That's on 25, right?
gotcha. So the conditional use tonight for them is just because with that,
They're in an MXD zone and,
okay, not a B, okay,
Hmm?
not a B2, so they're.
No, they're not big two.
Okay, and it's just a,
And auto sales is a conditional use in the next city.
and it's like less than it's like, what, 0.46 of an acre?
Yeah, it's not a very big lot, no.
And there's a building on there right now,
Correct.
so they're gonna take that building down?
I don't believe that's their plan.
But is it gonna be an auto sell or auto repair? Auto sell?
Auto sales.
Okay. I was just wondering, because the drawing looks like the building is centered on the property, and looking at the plat or the lot lines, the building's really shifted over to the left.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't know how you have inventory on that side.
I agree. We've asked for kind of little clearer plans and have to see.
If it's gonna be like paid for inventory, what are there like setbacks for the parking lot from the line or no?
There, any kind of parking they have cannot be in the right of way. It have to be on their property. They're gonna have a very tough time putting parking in front of that building. Not being.
We're only talking about the lot that the building is.
That's all we've heard. You don't want me to bring up any pictures or anything?
Out here in the pasture.
We have a color one, or is this just yet? It's all around in some
That's all we've got.
So the conceptual drawing that they send in doesn't correspond with the aerial that they have.
I would say that.
Do you know whether they talked to DOT about the entrance?
do not know.
Wouldn't happen to know right off the top of your head how many required parking spaces would be for that, do you?
I believe I came up with, they only require 8. If that whole thing was offices. Now, they have like showrooms and stuff in there, it starts going up. But not knowing what they're gonna do in the building, you can't really count how many parking spaces they're gonna be. I would say minimum 8.
That's my biggest concern is always next step is to come to ZBA and try and get your parking slashed. And that spot there, 25 is so busy, there's no way I would be for that because it's an accident waiting to happen. You can't have a full parking lot all the time.
I can't speak for Outlaw, but I would be shocked if they were to have 2 entrances, but even if they were to say have an entrance and an exit, I'm very surprised. Just from what I've seen in the past.
So help me understand, what's the implications of conditional use?
It's kind of saying that you can approve it on these conditions. And those conditions would be basically. Yeah, so if it, say if it was a B2,
Yeah.
that's allowed,
Yeah.
a B2, and they can. This was rezoned MXD back in 2020. Used to be.
And that's what all those little parcels around there are?
Everything yellow.
Do we know why it changed? I mean, that hasn't been that long ago.
When the city redid the downtown district and all that, that dark blue you see to the left over there, that's B3, downtown district.
Okay.
And they kept that mainly downtown, and they also added this MXD or mixed use district. I'll map up on there. But it takes up a lot of the area where Train Museum is, kind of to the east and then back up north.
Is that the same zone all the way to Henderson?
That was done as a part of our comprehensive plan. We suggested this for what we want to see with that new route. If we ever get the railroad overpass, we carry that to the interstate.
Yes, that's a good point, because most of that route, it follows that route, it's at 25.
conditional. When do we set conditions? We give approval tonight.
You can set them tonight.
Okay. If we're prepared to set them tonight.
You can take it.
Especially since the drawing doesn't match. So that's kind of like, we approved it, then we can go back and say, hey, well, you had it like this, way. They pretty much can do, I mean, they gave us a drawing, but that they're not bound by that, right?
That,
Yeah. I mean, okay.
We actually need a drawing that says
do y'all have that in your package?
Do we have to, I don't think so. Wait, unless I'm not looking at it. No, we just have the chart. We don't have the,
I might get a copy.
okay, that'd be great.
No, right away would be property line, property. Like it's probably 100-foot right away.
All right, I got 6 o'clock, we'll call the meeting to order.
Doesn't always have to be they're not in and out, they're weaving.
The meeting, the minutes from the last meeting on June 9th, do I have, anybody would like to make a motion to accept those?
How was it?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes from the last meeting and dispense with reading thereof. Mr. Chairman.
I have a motion made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, say aye. Vote. All right, having a report from the planning commission members. All right. As far as the chairman's report, assuming that we did approve Bill Davis to take the vacant spot that was on there. Okay. Has he been notified?
It was in this meeting.
That wasn't, okay, all right, that's one of the only one here tonight, that's, sorry. Figure that out later. That's the only thing I have. We'll go on to new business, we need to have the approval for the final plat of Timberline, page 7-8. Kevin's putting that up.
That's one of the pages.
Do we have any questions on the final plat? Do we have a motion that we accept the final plat?
I make a motion that we accept the final plat from.
Have a motion made, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made, second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Next is the final plat for Aberdeen. discussion on the final plat for this? All right, so go
Oh, sorry.
ahead, Jen,
Yeah.
discussion.
And this was how many homes in this plot?
Oh, caught me off guard on that. Yeah. 80?
80?
Yes.
And this is the piece that backs, this is not the piece that backs up to Savannah Point, is it?
No. No, they're long, they're away from that.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right, any more discussion? All right, we have a motion to accept the final plat of Aberdeen Phase 1B.
Yeah, I move to accept the final plat.
We have a motion made to accept, do we have a second? And second, Sandy. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? All right, up next is the accepting or denying the Evans Auto LLC. Is everybody here representing Evans Auto?
I think Randy said that they couldn't make it tonight, they had a family issue.
All right, do we have any discussion on this?
I just, just a concern that we don't really know, like the drawing doesn't match plat.
Yeah, that's true. I guess the best way to explain it is that you guys are approving the use.
Okay.
Right.
And then what will they do with the plan, their submit the plans to you
So
guys?
them make it work. I mean, I can tell you they're probably not gonna be able to park in the front. It's just, I mean, just my personal opinion, it's not the best place to do that. Not because of where it's at, but because of the building.
They'll just still have to meet all the guidelines of the zoning, right?
Yeah, so it's still not clear to me, conditional use, if we say, okay, then what's their next step? Because at this point, we've not put in any conditions. Maybe I'm missing something.
They would have to have approved plans, site plans, building plans, the building have to be brought up to code.
Says it's gonna bring it up to code, build it out.
Right.
So will there be, does that include like a traffic study?
No, that's small. Now, they would have to get ALDOT approval on their entrance, but other than
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely want to know more about the rendering versus what's in reality.
that. Right.
I mean, it just seems difficult to have a car lot there, so little room.
I agree.
The size of the building is taking up most of the available flat space for parking or operations for a car lot. I just, personally, I don't think it was ever in our vision when we accepted when we adopted this new comprehensive plan. I don't believe that location would be suitable. That's my opinion.
I think we need some more information from them, like where's your plot plan as to the design of where the parking is going to be, how it's going to be laid out, entrance. I am familiar with that building too, and then there is not enough parking in the front of that thing for one vehicle, much less show vehicles, and then have additional parking for employees or customers. Not the way that I know that field, or know that land, and how it's laid out, put it that way. I would have to say no on my vote.
Mr. Chairman, this is a public hearing, correct?
Yes.
Does anybody?
Is there anybody here to say say yea or nay against this?
To do what? They would ask for more.
I guess that's a negative.
Ask for more.
I feel better if we use one of these other lots, with the acre, the one beside it, and the one behind it.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about the.
You can see only several lots.
At this point, I would either want more information on parking to make sure we ain't gonna have people stranded out on the road and causing accidents, or impose some kind of conditions there where they won't seek any kind of relief from the ZBA for cutting their parking, which this is one of those places you don't need to cut in.
Yeah.
When is the
And
next
everybody
meeting?
does the minimum to begin with. And where I'm,
So if we tabled it, maybe it comes to us.
we could do that and let them get some more information.
Yeah.
28 days.
What now?
If we use this other one, I don't know what the other land is right there, if we use Hillsborough.
Y'all got tabling it as a motion?
Making sure you can take them.
Okay.
It's gotta have two readings anyway.
Not sure.
It's a public hearing.
So that'll go to the next meeting. Yeah, that'll be in 30 days. Yes. This will be one of them that have to approve.
So they could at least do it and get back with you, see if that's a problem.
I think so.
That they can take it. I guess they can deny it and they can come back with better information. Something the other way to do it, yeah.
From the lawyer, it would probably, because you have, the way conditional use is read, it said it's a public hearing. But it says that the commission shall have 30 days after the public hearing in which to approve or disapprove the request. Failure of the commission to make such a decision within that prescribed time shall constitute approval. So if you don't act on it within 30 days, it's an automatic approval. So our suggestion is to
30 days.
turn it down and then it will come back.
I would just like to say, Mr. Chairman, I really appreciate that letter that was forwarded to us with this application. It's like, and if the people really willing to find every avenue they could to make this work, you know, and fit within the, you know, work with the city partners, with the city on this. But it just seems to me, I don't know how that could possibly work with, I think we're talking about 25 cars, that's will be inventory, and we keep saying it's not enough profit there to do that. That's the kind of thing, you know, it's hard to just say to ask that when they're not here to answer that, so. It just seems to me there'd be more information. I'd like to know how it could be done.
So if we denied it tonight, they can come back and resubmit?
After 28 days, between now and the next meeting.
Right, 28 days.
Okay. How many days before the next meeting?
28.
28? Is that what you said? Okay.
But if something happened and we didn't have a forum at the next one, it passes automatically.
Yeah, I think that's too much of a risk given all the questions we've got. There's no reason why we can't just deny this if they still have the same opportunity to come back. It puts us at risk if we don't take action tonight.
Because, again, inaction is.
That's right. That's right.
Do I have a motion to deny the request?
I move.
So move, second,
A second.
and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Nothing else? Do I have a motion to adjourn? Do I have a motion to adjourn, second? And a second. All in favor? Aye.